All right, y'all, we are in Stratford Hills, Taylor Morrison and Cumming. I'm telling you what, the question is not what are we going to do today? The question is what aren't we going to do today? Because we have got a killer video today. First of all, we've got two amazing models that we're going to take a look at on the inside. Now, those models are actually sold, but you can actually build out those floor plans. And actually, there are some built right now with major discounts on those. We're talking like $80,000, $90,000 off those prices. We'll talk about that. Then two other existing houses that are ready right now. Big discounts on that. One of those houses, $130,000 off the original price on that basement house. So we're going to take a look at that as well. We're also going to talk about this area because this is in Cumming. Some of the houses that we look at in Cumming are a little closer to 400, a little closer to Cumming City Center, a little closer to all like where everything's kind of built up. This is a little further out. It's actually really close to ball ground. Okay, so this is a more rural part of Cumming. You haven't seen this yet. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. And we're going to take a swing through Ball Ground, which is right around the corner from here. One of North Georgia's most charming mountain towns. I mean, literally right around the corner. I love Ball Ground. You're going to take a look at that coming up in just a couple minutes. So we're busy, man. I got to stop talking. It's time to go right now. All right, we're going to start our tour at Stratford Hills right now. We're starting with two beautiful model homes. Then we're going to take a look at two other houses that are on the market right now. So starting right here with the Trenton, slightly smaller house, just over 3,000 square feet, 3067. Got this real nice covered porch right here to start off. We got the Adirondacks out here, a little rocking chair type thing. Oh, it's beautiful. My wife thinks the next house we're going to get a covered porch. I think she wants something a little more grand than that, so I guess Santa for that. Let's come on in. So this is a really nice house. So we walk on in. I'm going to start out first. We're going to turn left because you do have a bedroom on main, but it is not just a bedroom on main. This is an ensuite on main. Okay, so pretty decent sized bedroom right here. You got four big windows, and it's going to let a lot of light in. We see a lot of houses in this area that have the bedroom on main. They are not this big. You think this one's big, wait till you see the next model home that we're gonna take a look at. But this one gets the bathroom inside the bedroom. Okay, so this is within, the little suites. You don't have to share this with the guests that come over, okay? And then you've got the walk-in shower right there with a real small lip. Real nice bathroom there. And then here's your closet. I'll turn on that light real quick. You got a room in that closet too. So this is a really big kind of suite area. Like I said, the next model is going to knock your socks off with how big it is. But I think this will do if you've got like a long-term person who's going to be staying with you. They need a little room downstairs. They want to close themselves off, be away from everybody. This is a nice little suite. Let's start this tour off. All right, come on in. There you got this big open concept living room into the kitchen area. Let's start out. We'll talk about this living room over here. You got the windows on the back. You have the two windows on either side of the fireplace, or you got the storage right there on the sides of the fireplace. And then, you got the fireplace, nice tiled all the way up to the ceiling. And I like the one story. We talk about this all the time. Tell me in the comments, all right? We need to do better talking to me in the comments. We need to get a little bit more conversation on what to shoot. Do you like the one-story living room, or do you like a two-story living room? Next door model, which is right over there through that window, you got the two-story living room. I personally am a bigger fan of the one-story because that means you have a room up there, okay? And it's a little more cozy. What are you looking for? Let me know in the comments. All right, now we come in here, got the big area for the kitchen table there, and you got room right here at the island, the three benches along the island. You can put four stools there if you want, and that opens up into a really nice kitchen. I like those pendant lights that they got up there. But you got the nice tile backsplash on there, like the granite that they picked as well. And then you get the single oven, and you got like the microwave oven on top. But you get a lot of cabinet space in here. I kind of like that. Okay, so we'll take a look at that, and then we'll come back around here. You've got the cabinet space on the island. So sometimes what we see is we see the island, and then you've got the sink in the middle of the island. That kind of takes away some of the cabinet space because you'll have the sink right here, and then they'll put the dishwasher right here. But over here, what we have is you've got the sink and dishwasher right there. Obviously, you just have cabinet space on that side, but still, I like the island when it's just an island. Keep the sink over here because then you're overlooking the backyard. All the kids are in the backyard, you know, playing on the playground. You gotta yell out the door, stop pushing your brother, stop hitting your sister, you know, stuff like that. Maybe that's just my house. All right, let's open up this pantry. Take a look at this pantry. A decent sized corner pantry. This one's got the 4 shelves. That bottom shelf's a little bit higher so you can fit all kinds of, they got water bottles set up because, you know, this is new construction. You have lots of water bottles, lots of popcorn for people, man. But you can put a lot of Costco in that pantry right there. Come around here, over here, and through this door, you've got the garage. Now it's the office of the model, so it's not necessarily a garage, but what you also have is you've got right here, you got the powder room. So that's what you get on main. You get a powder room, and you've got that ensuite that has its own bathroom, so you don't have to share it with people. So that's the downstairs. I really like how this has started out. Let's finish the drill. Hit the fast forward button. Let's go. All right, there's the primary. We'll go, we're not gonna go there first. You know me. We gotta start everywhere else first, then we'll finish off over there. So here's your loft area, and this is a really big open area because not only do you have room for this big, you know, this couch and everything right there with the extra TV, but you also have all this room right here with like a little extra desk right there. They got it staged with a little bit of a little bench right there or whatever, but you got a lot of room up here. You want to send the kids up here to just kind of go upstairs. Let's go. Everybody upstairs. All right, come on in here. Here's the first bedroom. They've got it staged as more of like an office kind of area, but this is a pretty big bedroom. For a secondary, you have the closet back here. There you go. That's bedroom number 2 in the house. We'll take a look at that bathroom in just a second. Come down here to the 3rd bedroom. Here's the guitar room, the music room, if you will. I like that. I like how they have, that's a cool pillow actually. With all little albums on it back in the day. Yeah, you kids don't know about all that. Anyway, but you got the closet over here. There you go. So you got good storage in there. Another decent sized room, not super huge, but it's a decent sized room for that 3rd bedroom. We're gonna go backwards. We'll stop first in the laundry room. So here you go. So in this laundry room, the cool thing is over here, they've got it set up with a little hamper right there and some pictures. They got some cabinets up there, and then you got the big, you know, washers and dryers. But the one cool thing that you can do is, you know, right here, what I would do is I'd put like the folding table or whatever right there, put some more shelves right there. I'd take these stands away, drop them, put another shelf on top. This could be a very functional laundry room with those couple changes. And then here's the bathroom that's gonna service both bedrooms. So those 2 bedrooms, you get a bathroom that has 2 sinks, okay? And you got the separate area for the toilet and the shower. So you got a tub shower combo in there. Very, very nice. We'll come across because you got another bedroom over here, another secondary bedroom, but this one is an ensuite as well. A little bit bigger from what it looks like when you first come in. We'll come in, we'll close this door. I want you to come in, take a look at this closet, which again looks a little bit bigger than the first 2 closets we saw upstairs. And then here's your bathroom for the ensuite. It too has a tub shower combo. So there you go. So you've got 2 bathrooms upstairs, 3 bedrooms. Now let's go across to the master / primary. And here we go. Nice trade ceiling. Not a gigantic bedroom, but to be honest with you, it's big enough because, I mean, look at the size of this bed. And you could still put, you know, a couple chairs right there. They've got 1 chair set up, but you can put a couple of chairs right there as like, you know, like a little reading nook or whatever. I mean, the cool thing about that is there's no wasted space in here. Sometimes you see a super huge master, maybe it's a little bit of wasted space and it's space you could have used elsewhere. The rest of the house is super big. So, I mean, this is big enough to have as much room as you have everywhere else. I really like this master. Very, very nice. All right, into the bathroom we go. So here's your vanity in the bathroom. You got the 2 sinks. A little smaller. I think the next door in the model is a little bit bigger on the master as far as vanity goes. But in here, you do get the soaking tub right here. You got your walk-in shower right there. So bam, bam. So you've got 3 tubs upstairs. There's your separate bathroom over here. And then we'll come take a look at the closet. And this closet is very, very nice. Nice size on it. Now, I mean, if you watch our videos, and I'm sure you do because you're awesome. If you watch our videos, sometimes in the primary bedrooms, the master bedrooms, you don't get a really big closet. It kind of shocks me sometimes. But this is really, really big, and you can add to it if you want and do some more, organizational type stuff in here as well. So I like that. We'll go dip in the backyard real quick. All right, we're out the back door. All right, so here's the back door. You got a little patio right here. You got the cover over the top of the patio. Now, my question, of course, is the million-dollar question about covers on the back patios. Does everybody get that? But I'm going to look out, because I don't know the answer to that question, but we're going to make an assumption based on the fact that I'm looking at all these houses in the backyards, and all the houses that I see from here, whether it's up on that ridge over there or right across the way, they all have some kind of cover on the back deck. So I think it looks like all the back decks get some kind of coverage on them. So I love that. Okay, so then it also becomes a question of what direction does the house face? Where does the sun go down? Is that something that's going to help out in the summertime, stuff like that? But we'll worry about that at the end of the day. I just like having a cover over the porch. I think that's really cool. I like this house. It's a great way to start the video. So there's our look at the Trenton. These houses, both models, they are sold, but I wanted to give you an idea of what the Trenton looks like because you can still build a Trenton out of the ground. It's going to take a couple months to get there, but if you like this floor plan, this is one of the floor plans you can build again out of the ground. It's going to take a little bit to get there, but I want to give you an idea of what it'll look like. 5-bedroom with a really nice ensuite on main, nice kitchen. So it's a really nice way to start the tour. Second house though, that is a much larger house, probably an extra 400 square feet or so, 500 square feet or so on the next house. Okay, so we'll take a look at that, and we got those 2 more houses. The last house we're looking at, that floor plan, there are 2 of those floor plans right now that are $130,000 off the asking price. Shut up, $130,000 off. We'll take that. We'll show you that towards the end, but first we're going to take a look at the second model home. Before going in there though, don't forget, call us, text us, email us as well. And no matter what you're doing, whether you're moving right now, we just had a phone call yesterday, or somebody saw one of our Toll Brothers videos. They're not moving until June or July. Like, we're beginning in November, but they're ready to start making plans. So they called me. He said, hey, you told me to call you. We're calling you. Let's make plans. That's what we're doing. Okay, so whether you're moving next month, or you're moving in 6 months, or you're moving in 2 years, call us now so we can help you figure out what makes the most sense, okay? Because this is a really cool spot in North Georgia, a really cool spot in Forsyth County and Cumming, because it's the northwest side of Cumming, a little closer to the mountains up here. We'll talk more about that as we go. All right, boys and girls, here we go. House number 2, the Easton. It's a model as well. This one also sold. Can't have this one, but we got a couple other Eastons that are ready right now at some pretty big discounts. We'll talk about that towards the end of the video. Talk about prices and everything, but I want you to come in here. First thing I want you to see, and look at, there's the deets on the house. 5-bed, 4.5 bath, 3761 square feet. It's a big old house in here. And you've got front porch right there. So it's an even deeper front porch. Put a nice little couch there, a nice little bench there or whatever, with a little table, and just kind of watch the world go by. Let's go on inside. Here, turn left. You got this big old dining room. So the first one that we looked at, or the first model we looked at, I should say, did not have a dining room. We had like the table in the kitchen, but you got this is a very large dining room too. Sometimes the dining room is kind of just a throwaway. This is no throwaway. This is a big old room in here because there's a big old table there. Okay, so dining room. And come over here. You got like a little office slash den slash, you want to turn it into a kids room or whatever you want, but they've got it framed up with the double doors, which is what you can do in here. So you got this big old room too, okay, when you first come in. Now, let's come walk on in now. As we showed you next door, they had the 1-story living room. This one's got a nice 2-story living room. Now, I'm not mad at this. This isn't bad. I like this. Good look. And I'd just rather be a 1-story. That's my personal, but I know a lot of people would rather have this big, picturesque, kind of 2-story living room type thing. That's what you get here. This is really, really nice with the fireplace. You've got the shelving units on the sides. Those are done up a little bit because it's the model. So those are not standard, but you still, I believe you still get the shelves on the bottom. I think the extra bookshelves on top are added on. Don't quote me on that. But you come over here and now let's take a look at this kitchen, because this is a very, very nice kitchen. You saw next door. I mean, next door, it was a pretty decent sized kitchen too. It was big. This one's a little bit bigger because now you've got your room for your table over here, and you've got the island. Now this one does have the sink in the middle. Remember I was just talking about the sink in the middle of the island? Yeah, this one has it. Then you got the dishwasher over here. But this is a really cool layout because then you sit here and then you talk to everybody out here, talk to everybody sitting over here in the kitchen. People are out on the deck over there. We'll take a look at that deck here in just a couple minutes. Then you got the dining room over there. So, I grew up in an Italian house. So if you know what that's like, this is where mom or grandma or whatever stands here screaming, or your aunt or whatever, yelling and screaming about everything to everybody. Maybe that's just me growing up. Anyway, I digress. This is a really nice kitchen though. Let's step back, take one more look at it before we go in, but take a look at, I think a few more cabinets in here than you had next door, but I like how open it is, but it's not like over the top. Come over in here. Here's your pantry. This is a little bit bigger than the pantry that they had next door, if by just a little bit, but still a decent sized pantry. They both have really nice pantries. And you got this little butler's pantry. Look at this. It's even more room for storage, cabinet space and drawers and extra stuff right there. I really like that. Now, that's the kitchen downstairs. Before we go upstairs, I want to show you what's really cool about this house, or one of the things cool about this house. They've got an ensuite on main. Now, the ensuite is a little more updone than what we have next door. I'll show you why in just a minute. First, you come in here. I think this is a slightly larger room. Okay, so this is pretty big. When I first came in, I was like, this obviously is not the primary, but it's pretty big. It's a pretty big room. Then when you come in here and take a look at the bathroom with the 2 sinks and a very big vanity right there, nice big walk-in shower. That's a serious shower. This is a serious bathroom for a secondary bedroom. Okay, just to kind of show you. They've got here. They have this in the master too. You got obviously the shower head right there, but you also have this bench. And you got the extra shower head right there, I guess. Anyway, but this is a pretty big bathroom. So that's the cool thing. Again, if you have like aging relatives that are with you or somebody who just needs to be downstairs, wants their own place with a separate water closet, but this bedroom is just killer for that. And then look at this closet that they get down here. This is like stupid nice in here. I really like this. This is huge. We've done tours of new construction where the master closet isn't this big. So this is like, it's not just, an ensuite downstairs. This is, sometimes we'll see they'll call it the multi-generational suite. That's kind of what it is. Now, here's the other cool thing. We're going to come out here. Obviously, you have the door right here. Right here is that's kind of framed for a door. There's a reason for that, because look at this. As they have it right here, this is just like a big old extra room, closet, storage, whatever you want to call it. But you can upgrade this room, which is right next to that bedroom in there. You can update this room to be another laundry room. And then you can wall that bad boy off with another door right there. So you can just completely close everything off right there. I think it's really, really cool. Okay, so there you go. Well, multi-generational suite, we'll call it. And the closet or the garage is through there, another extra closet over there. And then right here, let's open this door real quick. You've got your powder room in here. So powder room's for the guests, okay? That way the guests don't have to use that suite down there. So you got a lot of room if you got somebody living with you. I really, really dig that a lot. So I really love, first floor really impressed me. Just getting started though. Fast forward button, go! We'll start over here and work our way around. Start over here first, the bedroom that has the ensuite treatment upstairs, because you've got the closet right there. So you can already tell, because this has over 3,700 square feet. I know I kind of messed up next door. I said 3,500. It's like 3,700 square feet. This house is huge compared to the last one. The last one was huge too. It had over 3,000 square feet. This has 3,700. But because of that, the bedrooms are a little bit bigger, as you can see. Closets were a little bit bigger. Let's take a look at this bathroom right here. Come on in. Walk-in shower right there. So another walk-in shower in the house. You have another walk-in shower in the master, and we'll show you that in just a minute. We do have a tub. We'll show you that. It's a Jack and Jill that's over here. So first, bedroom number 3. Yeah, I'm at 3. 2 upstairs, 3 total. So here's your bedroom right here. Show you what that closet looks like. They got it set up as kind of a little bit of a exercise room, or just like a TV room or whatever it would be. You get on there and do your elliptical while you're watching the football or whatever. Come on in here. This is Jack and Jill between this and the next bedroom. So got the 2 sinks right there. Come in here, huge room in here. So there's your tub shower. So if you've got kids and you need a room that has a tub, there's a toilet right there, but if you need a tub, there's your tub, okay? Now, as you know, I've got 7 kids. Probably need more than just the one tub, but if you can get away with just the one tub, there it is right there. And then here's your next bedroom right here. Like I talked about, these bedrooms are just a little bit bigger. On this floor plan, again, this is the Easton, okay? Very nice. And as we talked about earlier as well, both models are sold. They're off the books. You can't buy them, but you can still build Eastons. They have an Easton that's ready right now, and the one they have ready right now is $80,000 off price, okay? Talk about prices coming up at the very end, but it's $80,000 off. Oh, we're so close to going into the master bedroom. We gotta stop in here first. All right, laundry room. Now, you know me. I'm always, again, this is probably because I have 7 kids and I'm always thinking about this, but we need to maximize space. I like how this is all set up because you've got you got the washer and the dryer right here, and then you got the cabinets up on top. You got more shelving up here. You've got the extra sink right there. You can still, if you wanted to, put more shelving here and here. They've got it set up with this little rack right there. Put more shelving over here if you want. You've got a lot of options in here to really kind of do this up, and really, take advantage of the space and really turn this into a functional laundry room. I really like that. Okay, now it's time. Let's go. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Here you go. So this one's definitely bigger than the one that we saw next door. Got a lot of room. Because again, that's a very big bed. Okay, looks like a king size bed. And then they've got the little thing on the end. I'm a guy. What is that called? The chase, or is it like a bench? Or tell me in the comments what that is. I could look it up, or ask ChatGPT. But man, y'all are watching it. Tell me what that is. Anyway, but you see a whole lot of room right there, right? Then you got the dresser there. You probably put more chairs back here on the back wall if you want to have a little reading nook or whatever. This is, a huge, huge master bedroom. Now let's come on in. Come and check this out. Big master bathroom. Bigger vanity here than what we saw next door in the master. Okay, a lot of storage space in there. You got the big walk-in shower. I want to show you that again. You got the one head over here, similar to what we saw downstairs, and then you've got this little extra one. Maybe what you're supposed to do is this. Dankeschön, darling. Dankeschön. All right, maybe not. Sorry about that. Had to channel my inner Ferris Bueller there. All right, let's the tour continue. You got the toilet room in there. Look at this closet. All right, so the next door and the model, they had a pretty big closet in the master, but I think it was just a little bit bigger. You got some windows in here so you get some natural light as well. They only have the one rack going around as they have it, set up right here. But you could easily move those up, put another rack underneath. You have room in the middle to put some kind of dressers or whatever in the middle, or like a little island or something like that. You've got a lot of room here. I like this. I really like this layout. Back deck, let's go. Back deck. This back deck's a little bit bigger than what we saw next door. Okay, and like we talked about next door, you get the cover over it. Okay, and like I said, everywhere you look in the backyards, I see covered decks. So I think that you get covers on the back decks, all these houses. And this is a really nice, let's take a look at the neighborhood while we're standing here. That's Matt Highway over there. And it's kind of quiet, this part of Matt Highway, because you're way off of 400. We're going to talk about location here in just a minute. But this is the very quiet area. I don't know how long it's going to stay like that. But right now, not quite as crazy out there on Highway 20. But this is what your backyard would look like. Well, not this house, though. This house already sold. But guess what? We're ready to take a look at 2 that are ready to go right now. That concludes the tour of the East. We talked about this one is already spoken for, but they have one that is ready right now. $80,000 off the original price. Okay, it's a killer deal. Take a look at another killer deal at the end. Again, $130,000 off. We have 2 of those. Okay, that's the floor we're going to look at next. So we looked at 2 models. Now we're going to take a look at 2 houses ready right now. Kenwood and the Aiken. So there'll be 4 floor plans. They have 8 floor plans. So they have a lot to choose from, depending on size you need, number of bedrooms you need, all that good stuff. Okay, and they're still building out of the ground. Okay, there's 10, I think they said, that are ready right now or very close to being ready. 10 that still have to come out of the ground. That's all they have left. So they have about 250 houses in here. I think it's 249 is what they said. 20 to go. So they're almost done in here. They're trying to move these last ones, and that's why you're getting a crazy deal. Okay, so I need you to hit that number again, all right? Call us, text us, put the email down there as well. Reach out to us and let us know. Let us know if you like this neighborhood, and let us know what areas too, because we tend to always kind of end up in this Cumming to Dawsonville area. We try to shoot videos from like Buford to Houston to like Duluth, and we're all over the place, but the ones that get hit the most, the ones that y'all are looking at the most, are the ones that are like the Cumming area, the Dawsonville area, like up 400. And Alpharetta always gets big hits as well. Is that kind of where y'all want to be? Let me know in the comments, okay? Or text us, call us. I need y'all to kind of work with me, okay? I know you're on the couch. I think 75 to 80% of our views come from people watching on TV. So now you're hanging out on the couch watching video, okay? I appreciate you. I need your help, just like a little bit. A little bit. Like, subscribe, call, text, let us know what you like, let us know what you think. You can even comment and said, Steve, that Ferris Bueller was terrible. Whatever you want to do, let us know. The tour continues, let's roll. Before we go into the next house, I want to talk about where we are, okay? Because we kind of hinted at it earlier, but where we are, and I'll show you on the map real quick. We are in Cumming, all right? That is up 400, but this part of Cumming, we've looked at houses in the Cumming area that have been right off of 400. If you're looking to live in this area, but still have easy access into town, inside the perimeter, or like down near the perimeter mall area, down near Roswell, whatever, maybe a house over in that area on the east side of Cumming is the more likely spot to be. This spot, because you are so far north and so far west, it may not make sense to live here if you're looking to, work downtown. But if you work in, let's say, Alpharetta, even if you work, let's say, in Marietta or Woodstock or something, you're still like within, a decent drive. I mean, it's not close, but it's not too bad to get into Marietta or Woodstock from here. It's better than, driving into downtown. So if your job or your location you need to be at is a little further north, perfect location because the prices are better this far north and this far northwest from 400. It's a great location that hasn't quite blown up yet, and you're real close to ball ground, the downtown ball ground area. What does that look like? I'm going to show you that in just a couple minutes. All right, here we go. We're going to go into the first house that is ready to go right now. So we talked about this one's the Kenwood. So we're going to start out, we're looking at two houses that are ready right now. There's a whole bunch of floor plans that are possible. This one, we're going to look at the larger house, then we're going to look at the larger deal coming up in just a couple of minutes. All right, so let's go on in. Oh, before we go in, catch this porch. There's the porch right there. All right. Nice little porch, put the Adirondack chairs out on there. So I like coming in and looking at these houses when they're models and when they're empty, kind of get the best of both worlds, because now come in here, you can imagine all your stuff in here. All right, first we come in, turn left, you got the little den slash office slash playroom slash whatever you want to call it. Okay, you got the one window there, two windows off the front overlooking the front porch right there, but you can close off the world right there. And you got a lot of room here. This house has 38 square feet, not quite as big as the Easton we just looked at, but I mean, just a hair under it. That thing was 3763, this is 3538. Here's your dining room. So you get a dining room in this one. First model we looked at did not have the dining room. This one does. This one, pretty decent sized dining room. You know what? We're not gonna go through that way. Let's go through this way first. All right, so come in here, here's your living room. This is a one-story right here, overlooking this is the back of the neighborhood. So there's Met Highway out there. We'll see that a little bit more when we go outside and take a look at the back deck towards the end of this tour. But look at that. We talked about earlier, you get the fireplace. Sometimes you get the shelving in here, sometimes you don't. Okay, but something that you can add if you want to. Okay, but I really like that. Like me, one-story living room. That's nice in the wintertime. All right, and then here's your kitchen. This is a pretty big kitchen in here. Like those pendant lights. You get a lot of cabinet space in here. You get a gas cooktop, nice tile backsplash to go with the countertops. You got the sink in the middle of the island. So this is a really decent sized kitchen. And then here's your area over here. You want to throw, the table in there. So, you got a big family like us. You have a table here. You're going to have, some benches here for everybody there. You got the dining room over on the other end over here. You got your little butler's pantry in here that kind of connects into the dining room. So lots of yelling, lots of screaming, lots of cousins running around, carrying on. Yeah, that makes the world go round. You'd be perfect in this house. I don't know, I'm gonna ask Santa about this house too. I've been asking Santa about a lot of houses lately. Pop in here. Ooh, I forgot to turn this light on. Here you go. You got the 4 shelves in here. What do I always say? Give me a 5th shelf, come on. Not that hard, but you can do it yourself. Go 5 shelves up, and you got a lot of storage room in here. Go give Costco some money and go put it in here. So there you go. So you got decent, and all these pantries seem to be similar sizes between this one and the other 2 that we saw. One more house to go after this one. Now, that's the kitchen. That's the living room, dining room, the eating area. Come over here. Let's peek our head in here because this is your powder room right there for your guests, because you have another one of those en-suites on Main. Let's close this up. You have another one of those en-suites on Main where you get your own bathroom for the en-suite. So let's close that up. So that's the third one that we've seen in here that's like that. So decent size room for this. I think the room in the second model we looked at was just a hair bigger. Still, I mean, it's a decent sized room. It's not like one of those rooms that's so small somebody's looking to stay for 2 days and they're ready to go. I mean, you've got room in here to stretch out. There's your closet. Then you've got your own bathroom over here. So you've got the powder room for guests. You got the separate full bath in here with the walk-in shower down there. You've got people staying with you. So there you go. Like that a lot. All right. And we come over here. Here's your area right there. It's empty, but you can add in your bench and you can add in your hooks and backpacks and all that stuff. Put like a little cubby there for everything. Take a look at the garage. Oh man, I didn't turn that light on either. All right, so here's your 2-car garage. It's a pretty big garage. Sometimes you get a 2-car garage that doesn't quite feel like that. You got your water heater back here. You got another little area back there, a little cutout right there to store some stuff. So you've got room in here to put like some benches and stuff, or put some cabinets and stuff in here to store stuff, and still have room in here to put the 2 cars. I like that a lot. So there's the garage. Let's come on back in. So that's everything downstairs. We talked about this is a big old house in Kenwood, 35, 38 square feet. We got a lot more square feet upstairs. Do the fast forward button. Bam. Let's start here in the loft area. You've got, it seems to me, now I don't remember 100%. You may have to go back in the video and watch it again. Plus that would help with our SEO if you watch the video 17 times. This area seems like it's a little bit bigger of a loft area than the last 2 houses we saw. Maybe it's just because it's one continuous area. The other one had like more of a kind of a cutout, like a little bit here, a little bit there. I don't know, that's a pretty big loft area up here. I like that a lot. So again, that's your spot to go send the kids to go upstairs and watch Bluey and Dude Perfect. All right, first bedroom. Here's your closet. We'll start here since I'm sitting right here. Bam. And then here's your bedroom. Pretty decent sized bedroom. We talked about this is a bigger house, so you're gonna have slightly bigger bedrooms here. That's gonna lead us into, you've got this bathroom for the ensuite. Again, walk-in shower on that one, okay? So come on down. Next 2 bedrooms, they're gonna share a Jack and Jill bathroom. So first, we'll take a look at bedroom number 3, 4, 3. Bedroom 3 up here. Losing track, man. Looking a lot of real estate today, man. Coming here, here's your closet. A good sized closet in there. And then in here, you got your Jack and Jill. This is a big vanity for this between these 2 rooms, okay? So we talk about this all the time for resale. If you're gonna have that secondary bathroom, I mean, this one has the bathroom with the ensuite, but if you're gonna have a secondary bathroom, man, it's a big deal to have 2 sinks. Only having 1 sink, you know, it doesn't help during resale. For resale, I mean, having 2 sinks, it's a really, really big deal, okay? You got your tub shower in here, separate water closet in there, and then here is your other bedroom. There you go. You got your closet back here. Bam. Cool. All right, so there's 4 bedrooms. You've got the one that has its own bath. You have the one that shares a bath. You have the one downstairs which has its own bath. Now it's time to go into the master / primary / wrong. We're gonna go in here first. I'm gonna make you wait a little bit. But here's your laundry room. This one looks like you still have room in here to maneuver. Now, here's the thing that, and maybe maybe I'm different than this. My washer and dryer is not as gigantic as the washers and dryers that we saw in the models. So maybe mine doesn't stand out quite as far. Okay, I don't have those space age, $50 million washers and dryers, right? I don't have those big ones. I just have, regular size. So it's not gonna stick out as much. So I have plenty of room to add shelves back here, add a shelf back there, do stuff in here if I need to. But, even if you have something that comes out there, I mean, you still have all this room back here. Obviously you can't put it there, but you got all this room right there to add more shelves and stuff. So you have functionality in here. I like it a lot. Good laundry room, especially in a house this big. All right, let's come into the master. So this one probably not quite as big as the one that we saw on the second model, maybe the first model that we saw, the Trenton, about that size. But like we talked about, if you have a super big master, you lose room everywhere else. This is a really good master bathroom, or master bedroom, I should say, if you got a big giant family and you just need to have room everywhere. That's kind of what we have. All right, and we come into the master bath. 2 sinks, decent sized vanity here. I like the light fixtures that they have in here. This is a nice look. Sometimes you get nice finishes in the model, and the other finishes aren't quite as nice. I kind of like this a lot. All right, then we'll close that up. Take a look at separate tub shower here. So some people in new construction, you just want the big shower. Sometimes you just want tub and shower. So you want tub and shower, there you are. Separate water closet right there. And then you've got this closet. So this closet, you got a spot there. You got a spot there. You got a spot back there. You got a spot. Holy cow. All right, so this is the biggest closet we've seen so far on our tour. Okay. So it's even bigger than the one that we just saw, the one at the Easton, the second model that we saw. This is a huge, huge closet. Okay. So if you're looking for something, you don't necessarily need big room in the master bedroom, like a giant master bedroom. Yeah, I'm not hating on the master bedroom, but if you need like just an okay master bedroom size and then a giant closet, there it is right there. We found it. Let's go take a look at the back deck. All right, here's your back deck. As we talked about, you get the covered back deck. Got the fan there. You got your deck right here. So you see next door, next couple of houses all the way down that road, they all got cover. So I'm just gonna say it. Everybody's gonna get a cover on their back deck. I'm the mayor. I'm making it happen. All right, so there you go. So I mean, it's a decent size. Now keep in mind, this is not just a model. This is like a house that is for sale right now. It's this one currently about $20,000 off the original price. We're going to talk prices at the very, very end. But it backs up to the very end of the neighborhood, right up against, not right up against, but that's Matt Highway right there. So, I mean, you get a little bit of car noise going up and down Matt Highway, but, and that kind of connects the more kind of like populous area coming right off of 400 all the way back towards like the ball ground area, which we're going to take a look at in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to show it off a little bit. But just to give you an idea of what this is going to look like for you. I mean, this is a really nice little area. I like it a lot. That concludes tour number 3, the Kenwood. Okay, this is a big house. It's just over 3,500 square feet. I mean, big house, $20,000 off. Now, the next house we look at is the Aiken. The Aiken, a little bit smaller. However, it also has the unfinished basement. And it has a price tag of $130,000 off the original price. So basically, they're pricing it like it doesn't have a basement, and even more than that. So I mean, they're crazy prices. And there's 2 right now, 2 Aikens that are at the same price range, right about $130,000 off. So we're gonna take a look at one. Keep in mind, as of this recording, 2 right now. But in this area, this part of Forsyth County, this part of Cumming, up in North Georgia, man, the leaves are turning, everything's beautiful. The interest rates are coming down. Buyers are getting ready to kind of lean forward and do something. I promise you, you're watching this at the end of December, you're thinking, maybe we'll wait. I promise you, these houses are likely going to be gone. Okay, so if you want to make something happen, we'll drop that phone number down there one more time. Okay, we've lived here for 35 years. We know the area, so we know all these suburbs. Okay, we grew up in Gwinnett, which is in Northeast Georgia, obviously. We toured Duluth and Suwanee and Beaufort, and I lived in all those spots. But I mean, we've been living here, working here, being here for all that time, so we know the area. So if you're saying, Steve, I work here, my wife works there, I want my kids to be in school here, I want to be close to this, but I don't want to be near that, blah, blah, blah. You lay it all out for me, I'll tell you the area that probably makes the most sense for you, okay? That's why you call now, text now. Even if you're not doing anything for a year, let's come up with a game plan, what makes the most sense for you, okay? Even if you're moving like within the area, kind of think to yourself, what's the next up and coming area? we can talk about that, all right? Text, call, email, all the good stuff. Now, before we take a look at the next house, we talked about earlier, not only are we in Cumming right now, but it's the far northwest corner. It's much more rural out here than some of the other spots in Cumming. And you're very close to a little hidden gem in North Georgia, Ball Ground. Let's go take a look real quick. All right, so we're downtown Ball Ground right now. We've talked about this is right around the corner from the neighborhood of Stratford Hills, okay, like 15 minutes. So the cool thing about this is like you get Cumming, Georgia, which is like one of the more up and coming suburbs of Atlanta. We talk about it all the time, but man, this right here, this is one of those mountain towns, really cool downtown area where they got restaurants, they got coffee shops, they got all kinds of cool stuff to do down here. Cool spot to just come down, and as you can see, right, we're shooting this in the fall. I mean, it's beautiful up here. Gorgeous. This is right around the corner. So it's part of the mystique, part of the reason why this location, Stratford Hills, like this part, you know, if you want to be in this part of Cumming or that part of Cumming, because right now we're in Ball Ground. This is the place you want to be. This is right around the corner. Really like this a lot. Here we go. We're going to take a look at the Aiken right now. This is the Big Daddy. This one is $130,000 off the price. Okay, now keep in mind, when it's all said and done, $130,000 off on this house, 3193 square feet. So it's a little bit smaller than the last house we looked at. When we consider the fact that it's $130,000 off, you get the basement, you get a house that's still pretty big, 3,200 square feet-ish. I mean, it's still pretty big. And the prices are going to be pretty similar between this house and the house that we just saw, house number 3. Come up, take a look. You know, we'll talk prices coming up in just a little bit. Come up, the porch. Got to step up to the porch a little bit. So we're gonna have a little basement, so you got to step up to the porch. And we're gonna step down in the basement. So there's your porch, covered porch. Nice way to start the tour. Come on in. We're gonna come inside here, and it's really cool because this house has a lot of like details to it that are like similar to some of the other ones, different than some of the other ones. It's really cool how they kind of mix these floor plans up a little bit. I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. First, come in here, another one of those dens slash offices slash whatever you want to call it here with the double doors. Okay, so you got that right there, right off the left. We turn right. This one does have the dining room as well. Okay, so most of the houses we've looked at today have had the dining room. Pretty big house. You've got the butler's pantry over there. We'll take a look at that with the kitchen here in just a minute. But this one, if you're looking for that 2-story, that big grandiose 2-story type living room, and this is more than I think what we saw in the model, because you got more windows in here, letting a lot more natural light. I mean, just look at that beautiful blue sky. Fall in North Georgia, man. I'm telling you what, man. If you're moving to North Georgia, October and November in North Georgia, man. That is what keeps you here forever. That's what gets you through the hot Atlanta summers. Kitchen. Got your 2 pendant lights right there. Got your big island. Got a spot right here for your table right there. So you got table, chairs go there, more chairs in the dining room back there. But this one has kind of that more, kind of that like that wood grain kind of look on the cabinet. So if you like that, I'm kind of a white cabinet guy myself if I was getting a new construction, but if this is your jam, this is your jam. It's here. It's waiting for you, man. Take a look at that though. You got the single oven, you got the microwave again right there. I mean, nice gas cooktop. A lot of, you know, cabinet space in here, and you've got cabinet space over here, right there with the butler's pantry area right there. We'll come back over here. Where's the pantry, Steve? And just back here. This pantry, I'll be honest, this pantry might be a hair smaller than some of the other ones that we saw. Okay, so you've got that one right there. There's your pantry, but you still have, I mean, that's plenty of room to put stuff in. Come on in here. So here's your downstairs kind of ensuite area. All 4 houses we saw today have this ensuite treatment where you have the bedroom, you have the closet, okay, right there. And then you've got the bathroom over here. There you go, with the walk-in shower right there. Now, size-wise, when you look at this bedroom, I'm gonna back up. Now, obviously, some of the other houses have had bigger en-suites on the main, especially the model, that Easton that had that big old, I mean, you won't call it an en-suite. I really like the multi-generational suite. Come in here to show you the garage, and oh man, they got all their stuff in the garage. All right, so they got signs and stuff in here. Pretend they're not there. This is just like when we show a house that's like existing construction and everybody puts all their stuff in the garage and you have to just pretend to not see it. You got to look around it. Just pretend it's not there. There's your the water heater right there. That's a Big Daddy too. And it's got the recirculator on it, so that keeps the hot water recirculating throughout the house. So that way, as soon as you go to hit the hot water, it's right there waiting for you. All right, come back in here, close that up. So I think that's everything downstairs. Actually, let me show you real quick. We've got the bathroom over here. We got the little we'll call it the powder room over here. There you go. So that's why, again, same deal. Powder room there, ensuite back there. Okay, just like we saw in the other 3 houses. All right, so that's your downstairs. You can tell just not quite as big as the last house we saw, because I mean that one was talked about 35, 38 square feet. This is like 3193. But we got more stuff to do upstairs. Fast forward. All right, so here we are upstairs. First, we'll kind of show you down into the 2-story living room area, what it looks like from up here. So that way, when you're yelling up to the kids who are upstairs, just to give you an idea what it's going to look like when they come and say, "What do you want, Mom?" Again, that might just be my house. All right, bedroom number 1. So these bedrooms, we don't have a Jack and Jill per se. We just have the 2 bedrooms and then the bathrooms across the hall. But just to show you, that's your bedroom. There's closet number 1 upstairs. This is bedroom number 2. I mean, these are decent sized bedrooms though. Okay, show you that closet over here. Get some natural light in here with that window. Bam. Okay, so you got the 2 bedrooms upstairs to start, and then you got this across the way. Okay, so you got the 2 sinks, you got the tub shower in there in the separate room. Okay, so there you go. Come back down the hall. Let's go bedroom first. This is the 3rd bedroom upstairs, 4th bedroom overall. Again, this is a big bedroom, and this one is with the ensuite, or gets the ensuite treatment. So there's your sink, toilet, shower. So walk-in shower right there, and then there's your closet right there. So I mean, this is a pretty decent sized ensuite up here. Okay, so there's your 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Come check out the laundry room. This laundry room you get sink. All right. Sink, you get the big shelf on top. Put the washer dryer. Still have places to put plenty of storage solutions in here as well. Got the natural light in there as well, like that. Let's come over here. Time for the master. All right, we've got the trade ceiling in here. Okay, got plenty of windows in here to allow the natural light, but you probably put the bed right there. Still have room for like couch or whatever back there. You put the dressers up against this wall. You have plenty of room to operate in here. This is a pretty decent sized bedroom. Okay, and then you come into the bathroom. All right, so master bath. You got the 2 sinks on the vanity. Nice light fixtures there. Sometimes you get some of these builders, and I don't know, like some of these builders, I'm not going to call them out by name, but sometimes you don't even get like a nice light fixture in the master. It's just like it's a light. I mean, you can't get me like just like a little nice little light fixture or something. Anyway. But they got you hooked up here, right here at Taylor Morrison, Stratford Hills. They got you hooked up. Again, 2 sinks right there. You got your tub, shower combo right there. Okay, so if that's what you want, we talk about it all the time. Sometimes you get the shower, sometimes you get the shower and the tub. Bam, shower tub. There's your there's your water closet. And we'll come in here. All right, so they left the ladder down. Kind of rule number 1 is just leave it the way you found it. So I'm not going to mess with that. So don't hit your head on that. Anyway, so here's your closet. Not as big as the last master closet we saw. Holy cow. That thing was crazy over there in the Kenwood. But this is still a very nice closet, because I mean, if you were to take like this one right here, move it up, see how much more room you get? You can do stuff on top, stuff on bottom. Same deal right here, or maybe like right here, you go up and then put some dressers, or put some kind of like cubbies or whatever right there. I mean, you do all kinds of stuff in here, man. Like this. Cool. All right, let's go take a look at the back deck. All right, so we're going to start here. We're going to go down in the basement in just a second, but you got like this, I don't know if that's necessarily a lake or retention pond, or just like a little pond or whatever, because obviously you got the retention pond right there. But I mean, that's a nice little lake. But there's Matt Highway, as we talked about earlier. Obviously you stay out here on the back deck, you can hear it. But from inside the house, you really can't hear it that much. I mean, I think they do a good job insulating these houses where you don't hear that. But that's what the cover looks like here. Got a nice little deck. So put out your chairs and your table, put your grill out here, smokers, whatever you want. Be careful because it's wood. I don't want you getting in trouble out here or anything, but that's a nice look. I like this little deck. But we got a deck, you know why? Because we got a basement. Let's go take a look at the basement real quick. Down the stairs, we come into the basement. So we'll take a look out the back. So obviously unfinished, but you've got opportunities here, options here to do all kinds of stuff. You know, you can have, I see stubs over here. So, you know, whether you do the stubs there and just have like a big bathroom here, or like have a small bathroom with like a bedroom there, or like that's a giant, you know, however you want to do it. But you got stubs to put some plumbing down here. You also make like a big, you know, room through here if you want. Make some storage area right here for all your stuff for the backyard. You got room back here too. So, I mean, this is a pretty decent sized, you know, area down here to store stuff or to build it out over time. Okay, so I mean, so not only do you get 3193 square feet, but you get this big basement down here too. Okay, I like it. You know what? While we're down here, let's poke our head outside and see what it looks like out in the backyard. Coming on over. Unlock, bam. So here you go. So you come out here, just giving you an idea of what this would look like. Because right now, what you have is you got the deck up here, but they don't have the stairs that come down. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, or add that if you wanted to. But you've got the yard back here. I'll put in like a little playground or whatever for the kids. Come run around or whatever. Nice little backyard. This is what it would look like if you wanted this down here. Right now they got all pine strawed out, but you know, if you want to take that out and throw down some concrete, you turn that into like another kind of deck or pad down here, whatever you want to do, man, your house. Let's go wrap this one up. There's the Aiken. Okay, so that one, 3193 square feet, and it has a basement. So we've got two Aikens right now, same floor plans, 3193 square feet with the basement. Both of them, actually one is 130, the other one's 135 off. We're in the one that's $130,000 off. The other one's $135,000 off. We'll talk final prices and everything at the very, very end, but just wanted to drop that number. You saw a lot of houses today, all right, in this neighborhood. Taylor Morrison, we've done some Taylor Morrison. They do some really, really nice houses, some nice construction, nice finishes on these houses. I really like what they've got laid out here. They've got some really unique models, really unique floor plans. I really like what they've got, and I really love this area because I love this area, you know, up in Forsyth County. I say it all the time in all my videos. That area between Cumming and Dawsonville, that's the hot spot. And this one, like we talked about, we just showed you ball ground, but this one's pretty close to ball ground. You're only like 15, 20 minutes from downtown ball ground. The weekend's a little bit more than that because everybody's trying to get there and go hang out and stuff, but yeah, it's right around the corner. Okay, so that being said, this is a really unique location. Now, if you work like downtown or down near the airport or something, this is not the spot for you. Okay, that's a haul, man. But if you work like just on the north end of the perimeter somewhere, like near 400 and 285, like right around Sandy Springs or something like that, like in the hospital area right there, yeah, it's a haul, but it's not bad. You know, it's a haul in, but you come out here and then you've got lots of rolling hills, lots of trees, lots of whatever out here. Nice area. So call us, text us, email us if you have questions about it, okay? Let's wrap the whole thing up and talk about prices. So that wraps up the tour. We have taken a look at two models. We have taken a look at two more houses that are ready right now, and we've got some killer incentives. So let's talk about the price. Start at the beginning. First house we looked at was the Trenton, all right? We talked about that model is not for sale, but if you wanted to build a Trenton out of the ground, it's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take in at least a 6-month range, I would think. Slab's gonna start in the mid-5s. Base is going to start in the mid-6s, okay? So ballpark in that area. All right, now the Easton, that's the second model we looked at. Keep in mind, that Easton model was sold. However, if you're getting an Easton, brand new, typically slabs are in the mid-7s, base in the mid-8s, but they've got a couple on sale right now, okay? One, no basement, again, mid-7s is normally on sale, $90,000 off, $681. One that has a basement, it's $94,000 off, $774 right now. So they got two Eastons right now that are ready, one with the basement, one on a slab. Okay, house number 3 that we looked at, Kenwood. That was the first one we looked at. That was wide open, upper 6s for a slab, upper 7s for a base. That's typically what we see. But The one that we looked at, $673,000, $490,000. So upper sixes on a slab, and there's one on a basement. They'll be ready in March. It's going to be in the upper sevens. No discount on it yet because it's very, very early. But keep an eye on that. If you're looking for that, that's what the prices would be. Now the big daddy that we talked about, the one that's $130,000 off, the Aiken. Let's take a look at those prices. The prices for the Aiken on a slab typically is like right around 700, upper sixes, low sevens. On a basement, right around 800. That's the typical. Now, the two houses, the one we looked at was $679,000, $410,000. The other one's going to be $675,000, $850,000. One's $130,000 off. The other one's $135,000 off the original price. So, again, normally a basement on that was what, $800 to $810. You can get it for $675,000 right now, $130,000 off. Okay, because we're getting towards the end of the neighborhood. All right, 20 houses to go in a 250 house neighborhood. So they're trying to move these out because it's time to move to the next neighborhood. Okay, so this is your opportunity to get in at the end when the builder's ready to start flashing, and it's the end of the year. Great time to go grab a house, end of the year. Okay, there's also some lender incentives and stuff that I don't want to share with you because those change like week to week. So by the time you see this, whatever the incentives are right now, they're gone. Okay, but those prices will remain until they sell, unless they go lower than that. I think at those prices in this area, I don't think that they're going to go much lower than that. Okay, somebody's going to snag those houses. That could be you. Okay, so if you want more information, like about those houses, about the floor plans, there's also 4 more floor plans, 8 total floor plans in here. Okay, we just took a look at 4 of them, but if you want to look at all the floor plans, we got a link down below to the website from Taylor Morrison, all the floor plans, things like that. So that way you don't have to dig and look. I gotta Google this, Google that. Take care, y'all, man. Down below. All right, go check it out. And then down below, while you're down there, like and subscribe and leave us a comment. All right. Did you like the Ferris Bueller? Was that all right, or was that lame? All right, honestly, tell me, okay, in the comments, okay? I need more SEO. The more you comment, the more people like my stuff, the more people watch, the better videos we can do, all that good stuff, right? I need your help. Tell me, Steve, that was a terrible Ferris Bueller. Don't ever do that again. If you want to do that, great. I could use that down in the comments. Tell me that, all right? Okay, so and then again, like and subscribe while you're down there. I appreciate it. This is Steve with the Malone Home Team EXP, living in North Georgia page. Now, as we head out of here, once you go binge watch, okay, there's a couple more neighborhoods right here in this area that we looked at. Last video that we looked at, have you watched it yet? We got some models for sale in Chimney Creek. Take a look at that. And we also took a tour of Cumming City Center, the epicenter of this suburb of Cumming. Have you watched that yet? I got a link to that as well. Enjoy those videos. Appreciate you.